Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Let's hop to it. I'm going to head into the Temple of Tempest. Here's Akalia, the one that's going on the Hrothgar's expedition. Might as well introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Akalia. I'm an initiate here at the Temple of Tempest. I help Everard maintain the temple armory and perform rituals. Well met, Akalia, I'm Phallic. You're an initiate of the Temporan faith, eh? I didn't realize the Lord of Battles was so popular up here. Tempest is revered as a great deal by the barbarian tribes up here. They call them Tempos. We immigrants see a lot of conflict and violence in these parts, and people want to make sense out of it all. You said we immigrants? Where are you from? I'm originally from Neverwinter. I came here to aid Battlelord Everard when the former war priest Renfeld was killed in a battle against the barbarians near Bryn Shander. Ouch. I guess those barbarians really don't like the immigrants too much. It changes from season to season, from year to year, like all things. They're mistrustful of us immigrants and often view our settlements here as an intrusion on their land. Sometimes they trade with us, sometimes they war with us. Well, it sounds like a love-hate relationship. At least they don't try to kill you all the time. It is just part of our daily routine. We know that the barbarians are just a few peaks away, and we immigrants understand the danger that they bring to our lives. It seems almost pointless to live in such harsh conditions. Aren't people afraid? It is actually part of a simple truth that we Tempurans believe. Conflict is all around us. Every man and woman has something that he or she believes in, which he or she will die to promote or preserve. Tempest tells us that we should live for something of importance. If we kill, if we die, the same. We preach that conflict and war are vital to mankind's existence. I agree. Even if we don't like the fact that it's happening, conflict is pretty inevitable in life. Exactly. That is why the East Haveners practice the Temporan faith and perform the rituals of the Battlelords. What rituals do you perform? We celebrate the Feast of the Moon in remembrance of the battle dead. We also sing the Song of the Sword at least once a 10-day. Because of the church's close proximity to the site of so many great battles, our congregation also has local celebrations to remember all the mighty conflicts that have raged across Icewind Dale. The most important daily ceremonies are the Feast of Heroes at high sun and the Song of the Fallen at sunset. What local battles do you celebrate? We celebrate the Battle of Jared Stone. I'd tell you more about it, but Everard prefers that any questions about it be directed to him. He has somewhat of a different perspective on the teachings than most. Ask him about it. Ask him about it if you see him. How about the Feast of Heroes and the Song for the Fallen? They're pretty straightforward. The Feast of Heroes is a meal that we each eat at high sun. During it, we remember the final meal which each warrior eats before he or she enters mortal battle. The Song for the Fallen is a dirge that we sing at sunset as a daily memorial for those who have died in battle. What's Everard like? Everard? Well, Everard is adjusting to his position here. I think he'd much rather still be serving Tempest on the front lines, but his duty is to guard this holy site, the site of Jared's Stone. You should ask him about it. He knows more of the tale than I do. Everard is both a warrior and a priest? How does that fit into the Temporan faith? It is actually part of a simple truth that we Temporans believe. Oh, we read this. Well, I understand. Farewell. Hello, Everard.
Hrothgar mentioned there were strangers in town. What is it you want?
I am Thalic. Are you the high priest of this temple?
Yes, I am Everard. Everard of Tempus, battle priest of the Lord of Battles. What brings you here?
I come to show respect to your god and his worshippers, Everard. Still, there is not much to battle to be had here in East Haven, I hope.
War is but one of Tempus's aspects. Warriors, true warriors, worship him as well.
You carry the scars of war, Everard. Were you wounded in battle?
These eyes have seen battle, yes. And my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here.
Well, why would you leave battle behind?
Because there are many ways one may serve one's god. I am of the Order of the Broken Blade. My duty is to watch this place.
The Order of the Broken Blade? They guard areas sacred to Tempest, correct?
Yes, we were warriors. Wounded in battle, our injuries now keep us far from the front lines. Still, we are fit to guard holy sites to our Lord.
This is a holy site?
It is sacred to Tempus, yes. It marks the field where the barbarian Jared gave up his life ages ago. He lies encased in stone beneath this temple.
What happened?
Jared was a shaman who lived long ago. He brought unity to the northern tribes and led them to victory against the army of Arakan, at the cost of his life.
How did he die? How did he die?
Once Arakan saw his army routed by Jared and the northern tribes, he sought to bring the Hells to his aid. Arakan opened a gate to the lower plains.
He brought demons onto the battlefield? The northern tribes would have been destroyed.
I do not believe that. Jared did. It is said that Tempus himself appeared to Jared upon the battlefield, and Jared took that as a sign.
A sign to do what?
Jared believed Tempus was calling him to sacrifice himself for his people to ensure victory. And so he cast his body into the portal, his blood fusing it to stone. It lies entombed beneath the temple to this day.
You sound like you don't agree with Jared's choice.
Jared had no need to sacrifice himself. Tempus's appearance was a test of faith, proof Jared's people had already won the field that day. Jared failed his god and died a coward's death.
But Tempest is known to appear to warriors who can dictate. Pardon me. But Tempest is known to appear to warriors who can dictate the outcome of a battle. So perhaps Jared's death was not in...
One dies for Tempus with a blade in one's hand, not by martyring oneself within the embrace of infernal magics. Jared's duty was to stand with his comrades, not cast himself to his death when the field was already theirs.
His sacrifice may have prevented other deaths, Everard.
Sacrifice? Let me say this of sacrifice, young one. Then we shall speak of this no more. Sacrifice is a death that has meaning. When it is in vain, it is not sacrifice. It is a waste. That is the lesson of Jared's stone.
And this stone is buried beneath the temple.
Aye, a great stone disc that holds Jared's corpse for eternity. And so I watch and guard it in Tempus's name.
Perhaps you being sent here was Tempest trying to teach you humility about sacrifice. Hard to imagine you not being there and seeing the state of the battlefield. You would know if they actually had the field or not. Anyway, I see. I had some other questions I wish to ask you.
You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
Do you know anything about the expedition that Hrothgar's putting together?
I have heard of it, yes. A messenger from Kuldahar visited the temple not long ago, and it has spurred Hrothgar to see what is happening in the north.
A messenger?
Yes, a man from Kuldahar found his way to our door, and he was dead by morning. He claimed he was a messenger from the Archdruid of Kuldahar.
What did he want?
The man spoke of disturbances in Kuldahar. His wounds prevented me from making any sense of his words. Perhaps Hrothgar understood more than I, for he's preparing an expedition.
Are you going on this expedition?
No, for my place is here. Were I invited, I would still not go. My injuries would only slow the expedition.
Your injuries? Were you wounded in battle?
These eyes have seen battle, yes.
Yeah, very good.
And my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here. You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
We already know the answer to this question, but we're gonna click on it just to see what he says. What's that glyph-covered door beneath the statue?
The door leads beneath the temple to the site of Jared's stone. It was sealed with glyphs of Tempest to prevent entry long ago. You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
Well, I was wondering if we might pay our respects to the temple, perhaps receive some healing? Another scroll case, another potion bag. I don't know if I need these, but I'm going to take them. Mummy's tea. I know that's good. Cures blindness, deafness, and disease. We're going to try to get as many of those as we can along our way. This guy's kind of an asshole. Oh, hang on. Damn it. Ah, man, I missed... I thought she was just a standard... I missed out on conversation. Shit. I've heard there's some talk of goblins and orcs. Not only that, there's been a sighting of a wolf on the outskirts of town. We've been keeping an eye out for it, but it seems to be coming around for just a whiff of the fishbone carvings in Aspel's workshop. Damn thing must have been starving to risk showing itself around humans, though. So, man, is there... Oh, here we go. Haven't seen you in this town before. You've come from the south? Of course, I'm a visitor to this town. There are things I would know. East Haven? Lived here quite a long span. Things have been getting worse, though. Worse of late, though. Worse? How? Well, there's been sighting of some goblins and such in the past. Of goblins and such in the past. If you could believe that. They usually hole up in the spine of the world and kill each other. Some fool claimed he even saw some orcs outside of town. But I'll wait until he sobers up before giving that tale anyway. Let me read the rest. Okay. So there's a wolf around here. Aspel. Oh, thank the gods. Whoever you are, you picked the perfect time to wander by. I could really use some help. What seems to be the problem? A wolf somehow got into my workshop and is tearing the place apart. It attacked me as I was opening the shop this morning. I was so startled by the sight of the beast, I accidentally broke the key off in the lock trying to get away. Now I can't even get back in. And what is it And what is it exactly you want me to do? I'd be most grateful if you can go in there and get rid of that stupid thing for me. Then I can go get my I can get back to my scrimshaw. Of course, you'll have to find a way to get the door open first. All right, very well. I'll dispatch your troublesome hound shortly. I sincerely thank you. The door to my shop is just around the corner. Please get rid of the demonic canine as soon as possible. Oh, wolf pelts? Nothing to loot. Ah, my friend, the wolf is no more. I am now a happy man. Thank you for helping me. Here's a little something for your trouble. 25 gold. Where are you people going? Oh my god. Does teleport work? Alright, good. Thank God. Yes, can I help you with something? Of course. I'm a visitor to this town, and there are things I would know. I've heard talk about goblins and orcs and even a wolf. Is that what you mean? Things getting from bad to worse as of late? Well, there's more than that. One of the boys was out playing, and he swore he saw the footprint in the snow as large as a man. Assuming he's not telling tales, that would mean giants. But there hasn't been a giant seen in this past since, well, damn near since as long as I can remember. We already read all that. I think we're good. Churin. Good day. I'm Churin. How may I help you? Well met. I'm Phallic. What do you do here, Churin? Me? Ah, nothing much. I manage this warehouse here for the fishmonger Gaspar. I get paid a sum to shore up Scrimshaw and emergency food supplies here through the harsh winters. It certainly sounds like it would be important in a place like this. What does the rest of East Haven do? Hmm. Well, most of them fish for knucklehead trout in Loch Dinishire. It's not a rich living in terms of wealth, but living up here, a man could still lead a very rich life. I see. Have you heard anything interesting around town lately? Well, spending as much time as I do here in this stuffy old warehouse, I don't get to hear much gossip. If you really want to know what's going on in these parts, I suggest you buy a few rounds over at the Winter's Cradle Tavern. You find that drinking and spinning yarns are two of East Haven's favorite pastimes. Harsh winters, eh? Sounds lovely. Anything interesting happened in this town lately? Same thing. Strange blue-skinned woman. This woman has the skin like the surface of the lake, light green hair, and delicate features like that of an elf. At your approach, she begins to sing a soft, flowing song like the sound of a great undersea current, but you have no idea why the song reminds you of that. In a moment, the song and the feeling passes, and the woman looks at you hopefully. That song. Are you the woman that Jonan sees in his dreams? Jonan? Yes, Jonan. You are the woman from his dreams, aren't you? Yes. Yes. Have your eyes fallen upon him? Do you know where it is he walks? Yes. I spoke to him recently. He sees you in his dreams, but he doesn't know what you want of him. What do you want of him? I am of the calling Elisea of the sky's mirror. My heart is Jonan's, but he cannot see me in the flesh, or I will become as the currents upon the shore. A gift do I have for him from one of his blood long ago, who also held my heart, but not as Jonan holds it now. Gift? What do you mean? Many reflections of the moon have come and gone since the day in which the one of the blood of Jonan fell beneath the waters of the lake. He fought the last of the great white serpents that swam upon the northern shores, the Queen Mother Lacassarok, who now lies without life on the bed of the lake. A promise was made, and I must honor it. What promise? The one from whom Jonan comes asked I see his blade return to those of his blood if the queen serpent Carceroct drank his life. She did, but not before he dealt her a mortal blow. From the depths of the lake I have brought the fire-shaped steel that ended her life. It is intended that it be belonging of Jonan now. So you wish to return the sword of Jonan's ancestor to him, but cannot because the sight will make you stream away will make you stream away to water? It is one of the laws of the lands beneath the lake's mirror. Will you give this to Jonan and tell him my songs are his, and my heart is his. I'll see to it that the blade is returned to Jonan, Elisea. Here. Then I entrust this to your keeping until your path crosses with that of Jonan. Return when you have given it to him. I must know if he has found its way back. If it's found its way back home. I'll return it when I've given it to Jonan. I'll return once I've given it to Jonan, Elisea. Farewell. We're gonna teleport to him. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, it does. Hmm? Eh? Oh, greetings to you again. Forget something last time we spoke? Jonan, I think I found the reason for those dreams you were having. Eh? You're not playing on a man's hopes, are you? I'd be grateful for just one night's peace. The woman in your dreams is a sea spirit, Jonan. Her kind speak through song, which is why you couldn't understand her. A sea spirit? Eh? What does she want? Or what does she want then? Why the dreams? She's one of the spirits of the lake that seek to lure men to their deaths. Jonan, the dreams are... Oh, no, no, no. That's clearly the evil option. Her name is Elisea. Speaking through dreams is one of the talents of her race. She speaks to you because she loved one of your ancestors and has carried a promise from him for many, many years. One of my ancestors? Why come to me then? Your features remind her of him, and your heart is as strong, if not stronger. She's come to love you. She cannot let you see her in the flesh. She wishes to give you something that belonged to your ancestor if you would take it. I will. Of course I will. Sorry, it's a bit much to be laid upon a fisherman all at once. I'd be honored to accept anything she wishes me to have. Here you are then. It's the blade of your ancestor used against Lacarceroc, the last of the White Dragon matriarchs. It lay within the dragon's heart for almost a century at the bottom of the waters. Carry it well and know that Elisea loves you, and your dreams should trouble you no more. By the spine of the world, even shattered this blade's a wonder. But, no more dreams, you said? I'll miss them, actually. Her songs are beautiful. Simply beautiful. I'll tell her, Jonan. Farewell. I forgot to look at the sword. Aspel's dagger. Huh. Well, we got another +1 dagger. +1 Thaco, 1d4 piercing. Same thing. Alright. We'll walk down this time, just make sure nothing is along the way. Have you found Jonan? Yes, and I returned the blade to him. You have my gratitude. Please take this shaped piece of sand which I have taken from the bed of the lake. I have heard that those that walk upon the land value such things. Thank you, Alessia. Farewell. Alright, I guess we go visit Hrothgar now. Do we have a follow cam?
Well met, friend, and welcome to my home. Make yourselves comfortable, but try not to break anything. Many of these curiosities that you see lying about have sentimental value.
Sentimental value? You don't really strike me as a sentimental type.
Oh, they're all remembrances of my adventuring days. Little trinkets and the like that I picked up here and there. More keepsakes than valuables, really. Leftovers from my days of fortune and glory.
Adventuring days? So you're retired then?
Semi-retired, actually. This region is still untamed and fraught with many dangers. I have had plenty of opportunities in the last few years to take up my sword and shield and do battle with those who threaten the safety of Easthaven and its neighbors.
I mean, the guy's got a Minotaur head and a Mind Flayer head on the wall. Kind of impressive.
In fact, I'm planning such an expedition right now. That is what I wanted to speak to you about.
What sort of expedition?
We've received word from Kaldahar, our neighbors to the south, that evil forces are stirring nearby in the spine of the World Mountains. I am organizing and leading a party from Easthaven south to Kaldahar Valley to investigate. You look to be capable enough. Perhaps you'd like to join us. What say you?
What sort of evil forces are we talking about?
I don't really know. The messenger wasn't too specific. I suppose if you want more details, you could ask old Everard over at the temple, but time's a-wasting. We need to get this expedition moving before the snows seal off the pass to Kaldahar. So what's it going to be? Are you in or out?
You know, it sounds exciting. Count us in.
Excellent. Glad to have you on board. I plan to assemble the rest of the expedition and set out for Kaldahar within a few days. With storms brewing in the mountains, I'd rather we depart sooner. But there are matters that require my attention here about town.
What sort of matters? Perhaps we could help.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe you can help. Poma, the local shopkeeper, has recently expressed concern over the rapidly thinning stock of his store.
He's been complaining that the regular caravan from Caer Dineval is long overdue, and that if they don't arrive soon, he's sure to be out of business. Now, normally I'd take Pomap's whining with a grain of salt, but with heavy snows on the way, it would be best to make sure that caravan makes it through.
So what is it you want of me?
I want you to find that caravan. Leave town by way of the South Bridge and scout the hills west of Loch Dinnershire, between East Haven and Caer Dineval. Caravans always stick close to the shoreline this time of year. Once you find it, see the caravan safely to East Haven. In the meantime, I'll assemble the rest of the expedition and make the final plans for our journey. Return here as quickly as you can. We must make for Calderharp Pass while the weather is favorable. Good luck. Safe journey.
Farewell. So while that conversation was going on, we are going to come in here and let's make sure you don't kind of wander about. Chill out. Lockpick fail. Close that. If you're reading this note, then you are obviously a thief come to rob me of my hard-won riches. Sorry to disappoint you. Did you really think I would keep my valuables in such an obvious place and unguarded? Such an obvious and unguarded place? Consider this note a warning. I do not care much for those who would poke their nose where it does not belong, and anyone caught practicing thievery in the town of East Haven shall answer to me, Hrothgar. Yeah, let's close that and move along. All right. So missing caravan. Here we go. Hrothgar asked us to find a missing caravan outside Caer Dineval. The caravan was carrying valuable supplies intended for East Haven. Hrothgar suggested we take the South Bridge out of town and search for the caravan in the hills along the shores of Loch Dinnershire. We are to return to East Haven and to Hrothgar, either with the caravan or with news of its mysterious fate. All right. Well, let's get to it. Damien. Quick! We've got to get to Hrothgar. There are monsters in town. They almost ate me. Oh, slow down there. What are you talking about? Monsters! A whole bunch of them. They came down to the shore while I was fishing. I dropped everything and ran when I saw them. But they didn't chase me. Thought they were going to eat me, but I guess they were just after my fish. You best be telling the truth. You know what happens to little boys who cry orc? It's the truth, I swear. They're ugly and mean with pointy teeth and green skin. Go see for yourself. Very well. Where are these monsters of yours? Just over the bridge, down by the lake. My dad told me not to fish so far out by myself, but I can't help it. That's where I catch the big ones. He's gonna kill me when he finds out I lost today's catch. All because of those stupid monsters. Don't worry, I'll deal with these thieving monsters and get your fish back. Alright. So, what we need to do. Protection from evil. What else we got? Detect evil. Smite evil. Now give me armor of faith, Rachel. Go ahead and put a bless on everybody. Dave. Bard song it up. Oops. And we have sleep prepared. Sleep is huge. You know, I don't think I want to set a trap because our set traps are pretty terrible, actually. Or do I? Do I risk it? Our set traps are pretty low. Mm, yeah, we're sitting at 10 because that could really screw us. Um, I don't think I want to do it. No, no, I don't think so. All right, so we're singing the Ballad of Three Heroes. We get combat bonuses. And that improves our luck. The luck improves attack rolls, damage rolls, and saving throws, and reduces damage taken. So I think every 3 levels, it said, it increases by +1. And I don't need that spamming every time. Feedback. Um, marker feedback, combat information. Let's see if turning that off stops the spam. Nope. State changes. Character states messages and see characters state messages. Actions. Fucking hell, man. State changes. Turn that off. Right here. Come on, dude. Miscellaneous. Screw it. Screw it. Well, we're just gonna deal with it. So we got goblins. And we got a couple of archers. Let's get my ranged on them. Phallic go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What were you thinking? Why the shit were you doing that? And why did you stop? Alright, ranged. Please. What? What was going through your heads? Boy, they're just... Man. Alright. Ranged. Get back.
You didn't see that.
Alright, let's have you come over here. Phallic and Rachel. You get on this thing going after my ranged. And let's get a sleep. Let's get a sleep going right here. Drag him back into sleep. That's beautiful. Swap over your dagger and try to get a backstab. Rachel, get on the one that's awake. Borton, do your thing. Alright, I think we got the backstab off. You get back. Get on him. Boy. Rachel, get on this thing that's chasing Borton. Stay on the ones that are on you. For the love of God, do what I tell you. Okay. You get on him, you get on him. I guess you just keep doing the Mexican runaround. Okay, he's down. Rachel, get the one that's on Phallic, and you help the one that's on Borton. The one bad thing about bards, man, you have to basically keep them out of combat. You have to basically keep them out of combat to use those bard songs. So let's get our frontliner up here. Phallic, get back. Looks like everybody's up. Oh, damn. Phallic, get on this guy. Rachel, get on this guy. And ranged, you get on this guy. I don't know what's going on. But boy, that combat felt really clunky. Felt really awkward. It felt like people weren't doing what I told them to do. That felt really awkward. Let's go down and check to see if there are more goblins. We're gonna rest to get our spells back before we head out. You could stop singing because I don't want that spamming my chat box. Let's give this kid his fish back, even though it's already been eaten. We're back. We're able to get you my... You're back. Were you able to get my fish back from those monsters? Today's your lucky day, boy. Here's your fish. At least what's left of it. Thanks. I'd best be getting home. My dad's probably worrying about me. Alright, so let's go rest, and then we'll sell all this stuff we picked up here. Phallic, you take that. We don't have to worry about anything breaking, so I think we could just sell all this. Let's rest. You know, for these rooms, I installed a component that asked me if the higher level the rooms, they'll give benefits like in Pillars of Eternity. So we're going to choose the merchant room and see if that works. No buffs, no anything. Must be for Baldur's Gate 2. Because what I did with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I completely uninstalled everything. And it was far more of a chore than it should have been. Because I had to do more than just delete it from Steam. I had to go in multiple places, document sections on OneDrive and on the I have drive C and D, 2 different hard drives. I had to go to the C
Have we been
drive
at this all night?
and go to users, not where I installed anything because it installed a folder there. I had to delete everything. It was so tedious. But I finally got everything deleted because I kept crashing whenever I would cast Monster Summoning 5, shape change into a Mind Flayer. All the other shape changes worked. The Golem, Troll, the Basilisk, the Merilith, everything worked. But the Mind Flayer, shape-shifting into that crashed my game. I was having random crashes, all kinds of stuff. So, and it was all fixed, and it was just so tedious fixing everything. And then I tried to install everything for Icewind Dale, but Icewind Dale doesn't have the depth of Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah, you again. Why must you continually pester me? I have much to do and little time to trifle with the likes of you. I want to buy for something, you mean old bastard. Watch your mouth. So daggers don't sell for much. They're 1. The bows sold for 9. Should have paid more attention to what sells for what. Yeah, showing me how close I am to level, huh? That's alright. Well, let's head out. We'll make our way down to the area where the caravan is supposed to be and find out the fate. If there's a missing caravan, I don't have much hope that we find supplies or anyone alive. No matter what game we're playing here. We got another wolf. Several wolves. Now see, I told Borton to attack this one and he swapped to that one. And he still didn't change his target. Phallic did. Borton, attack that one. Phallic, you go there and you go there. I wonder if, like, okay. I wonder if it didn't change when I told it to, like if there was some kind of delay whenever I tried to switch to Borton. Okay, you two. Everybody get on this one. Okay. I need to slow down here. There's an orc. Okay, it's Phallic. Move. I told you to move. Selected board. Phallic. Move. You 3, move. Oh, he ran inside the cave. I have to be selecting the wrong characters. I want to talk to everyone with Phallic because he's the main character of the show. I guess I'm naturally taking the tank and selecting the wrong hotkey. Well, this looks like the caravan. These wooden caravan wagons lay empty and abandoned in the snow. Alright, let's look for hidden stuff. Checking the trees. Because in Baldur's Gate 1, there's that diamond, random diamond in the tree, then there's the ring. You know what? We're close enough to time that I think we could stop here and just pick it up with some regular action in the next one. So we'll end it here, and then we will pick it up in the next one. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.